Om Shanti, guys. I'm audible and visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's begin this session. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back, neck straight, aligned, and gently go into your posture. Close your eyes. If you're wearing the glasses, remove the glasses. Merge yourself within your posture, your asana, and observe the alignment, how you are sitting. Be comfortable within it. Now, once you're fully comfortable, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale with awareness. Now, take a deep, very slow inhalation for 3 times Om along with Shanti. Take a deep breath. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm in front of the chest. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Both hands and say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to the Ayurveda session. Now, in previous session, we discussed about the three gunas, Panch Mahabhut, and how these are connected with the three dosha. Now, three dosha, we talked about the location of the three dosha and that how and what are the function of the three dosha. We discussed about it, right? Function, location, and their qualities. We discussed about it. Now today we're going to understand this three dosha is not only preventing in ourselves, like it's not in entire inside ourselves, but the outside environment also. It's spread in whole environment. And why we need to understand? Because when we are giving the treatment, when we, providing the cure to the students or cure to the patient, we have to understand how the climate play role, how the age also play role when we are giving the treatment, right? So if person is belong to some kind of, he is belonging to the old age or the child, we have the different technique, different method. So to understand these things, we're going to understand how the climate is having the three dosha. So uh, I'll gonna share you first. Write it down this thing. It give you better understanding. I make the chart. I think in order to simplify this thing, it visible. Note it down, and then we start talking about it. It visible to everyone? Guys, can you see this?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Note it down and let me know when you did.
You don't have spring?
Spring is rainy. Rainy
In
time.
Kapha or Vata?
It could be sometime in the spring there is a cold. So when there is a cold, it can be a kapha. But if there is a dry cold, it can be a vat. Okay.
Dry cold?
Yeah, dry cold is like where dryness in the environment and cold is there. That is a dry cold.
Oh, so for winter, then what is it? A wet spring? What do you mean?
When we talked about the springtime, somewhere, like, understand, during the springtime, the environment is converting into the another environment, like climate is changing, right? So like maybe like there's a Vat environment, spring is there, and then winter is about to come, right? Then it could be a kapha mix with the Vat.
No,
Clear?
spring is after winter, before summer.
Okay. In that, when we talked about, see, different countries have the different kind of spring. So if spring is coming after the winter in your country, like raining season, we also have the springtime. So if it's come according like that, so you can consider it's a Vata time. Whenever the season is changing into the one to the another, there's lots of movement. So movement associated with the Vata. One climate is changing to the another, so spring come into the Vat category. You can write it down into the Vat category.
So more for spring. You said it could also be kapha?
Yeah, it also be a kapha, but I think that time it has to be with the cold. When spring come with the lots of coldness. Somewhere, some part of the country, spring has the come with the cold weather, and that is the part of the kapha. Cold is if coming associated with it, it means it is a part of the kapha. When dry and the movements come in the environment, it is a part of the Vat. Understand
Okay, thank you.
attributes, so you can understand which season we are talking about. If heat is there, it means it's the summertime. Heat, it means we are talking about the summer, it heats. Vat, movement, dryness. It Vat also cold in nature, but they are dry cold. Okay. So that's
Okay.
how you have to understand. Okay.
Okay, done copying.
Now, so let's go with the explanation. Now, this season also divided into the Kapha, Pitta, and the Vat. And this season also affected our inside Kapha, Pitta, and the Vat. Like everybody experience during the winter time, everybody you experience the cold, right? Doesn't matter which personality you belong. You are a Vat or Pitta or Kapha personality or any other personality. But everybody experience the coldness of the environment, less or more. That can be a questionable. But if outside is cold, so inside you have the feeling. When there's a heat outside, it's affect your body heat and you experience the heat of the environment. Now, so this kapha, in Ayurveda, we have given the season name according to the kapha, pitta, and the vat. So we call winter, especially the kapha time. Okay, kapha season, we call kapha time. So kapha time, most of the people who are lazy, lethargic, or mostly, children, I have write it down the age in the column. Childrens are belonging to the kapha age. It means when child is born, and as I talked about it, that the childrens are basically when they're born, their bones, their body, their structure is growing, providing the solidity to the their body structure, right? So kapha, one of the function to give you growth, development, solidity. And so the infant age, the child is considered to be an age of the growth. And that is happening because of the kapha. So childs are entered into the kapha age. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When winter is outside, it means kapha, the children's affected by more of the winter. Why? Because they are already in the kapha age, and time, kapha season time, gonna affect them. And that's why you have seen the children have nose lots of the time. They easily get the cold, they easily get the infection, ear infection, location of these area. And we talked about it, kapha location is here. And mostly children get the problems of these area because they are in the kapha age. So season, they're more prone towards the kapha problems during the kapha time season. Okay, that's how we're gonna relate it, and accordingly we give the treatment. Now, though other people also affected by the winter, but mostly the children gonna affect by that because they are in the kapha time, kapha age. Now, next is the pitta. Pitta considered to be related to the heat. It means when sun is more out. So even you are living in the European countries, any part of the countries, there is a light. And some places there is no sun at all, but light come into the environment, to the climate. So we can assume that this is the time of the sun. Extremities we are not talking about. Ayurveda basically based on the Indian climate, so that's why it's go contradict with the European climate. So you have to understand the function and qualities. According to the function and the qualities, you can figure out it is a kapha time or the vata time or the pitta time, pitta season. So pitta season is basically when sun is lot out, heat in the environment comparative to the previous season, less or more. In India we have lots of heat, and more like everywhere is so much heat. But in European you enjoy the summer. We don't enjoy the summer at all. I read the one poem when I was in college, and they beautifully explaining about the summer, and I never experienced the uh, climate of the outside of the India. And I am just horrified with the thought that how they can enjoy this scorching sun. And here we are sweating a lot. Our skins are burned, literally. So that is the difference. Doesn't matter you have less sun or more sun, but it considered to be a pitta time because heat come into the climate. So previous season is cold, now you have heat in the environment. So, and depend like in India we have less winter and more summer, and other parts of the countries would be having more winter, less summer, and their summer is more peaceful, more like spring kind of season. The spring which you called, here we called spring. We enjoy the spring. Your summer and our spring is enjoyable, but summer not at all. So that is the difference. So heat in the environment, it means climate, season, season wise. So it called pitta time. Now pitta season gonna directly affect the teenager. Especially in India, we have many research over that. All the teenager, all the adults having the rush in their blood because they enter into the puberty age. And this age is having the repulsion, aggression, so much activity, which also increased when they in the summertime or sun is on the top. Their energy level go high, and road rage cases are increased during the summertime in India. And this research done by the many psychologists here in India, and they find out when climate play very important role to increase the temperament, and especially the puberty. When you enter into the puberty age, you have more anger, temperament issues compared to the rest. We have whole lifespan, but whenever anybody, either you are shy, you are very energetic, but once you enter into puberty age, you're gonna have repulsion. Everybody. So that's because you enter into the pith age, and during the specific season, it's aggravated, it busted majorly. Okay, so pitta time, pitta season, and during this time they get acne issue lot, pimples lot, sweating lot, and other psychological disorder related to the pith. They get aggravated with the age, directly connected with the season of time. It's like aggravation. Outside pith is affecting the age of the pith. Now come to the kapha time. Kapha considered to be a, oh sorry, vata time. Vat considered to be a dry, cold, light also, and lots of movement. So mostly movements happen in India, especially in autumn time. Autumn time, and when time is about to change, when after the summer days, the winter is about to come, or rain start coming. We have two times of the rains, after the summer, and when after winter is finishing, then again we have the rains. So
Sorry, what did
these
you say? Lots of what? You
lots
said
of what?
dry, cold, spring, lots of what?
Okay, dry, cold, and lots of movement.
Oh,
Movement.
movement.
Lots of movement.
Okay.
So environment, if season having any time of the season when lots of movement happening around you, especially in the environment, like earthquake, there's a particular kind of season when earthquake happening, wind blowing lot, daily wind blowing lot, okay, and lots of rains coming down, and one season is changing to the another season. During this specific time, we consider this is the vata time, vata season. Autumn is the major reason, but even the one season is changing to the another. That time lots of movement is happening in the environment, because one season is ending, next season is about to start. That also we have given the different names. Somewhere it's given raining season, somewhere you can call spring season. Okay, that's also during the spring we have lots of rain, new things are coming. So I don't know about the European countries, but here we have lots of rain. So this time we call vat, movement is happening in the environment. Okay, vata time. Now this season also uh, connected with the age. Now vat, during this movement, whatever movement is happening around the environment, it's going to affect the inside of the vat. And who mostly affected by it? Everybody going to affect it, but mostly affected by the old people. When you get into the old age, it's your call. Old age means you can postpone or you can call early as well. I've seen the 20 years, it's nothing related with the age. 20, 30, or after 40, you're going to enter into it. But yes, majorly people after 40, they're all commonly those who are not working out or some other. But especially in Ayurveda, we don't consider. We consider this about how, what kind of diet, what kind of practice you are taking, so you can postpone your old age. Maybe you extended 20, add more 20 years. If you are eating healthy according to your body needs, and you are doing the asanas, pranayam, dhyana, it keep your body fit. So instead of degeneration of the cells start regenerating. It becomes slower, but you can increase the slow procedure also through this practice, and so you can delay your old age. You're gonna get into the old age, but you postpone it. And some people, because of their bad lifestyle habit, sedentary lifestyle habit, they don't do any workout. They eat all the what we call fast food, and doesn't follow anything, and so they get the problems related to the old age issues early, majorly Most of the people who are 20s in 30s, they are getting diabetic issues, thyroid has become very common earlier the age, and even cavities of the mouth, many problems. It's like old age structure, old age problem. So maybe in 30s you are in old age. So this old age would be affected more. Your body degeneration of the cell is happening faster, regeneration of the cell is slow down, and this we consider old age. Okay. Now, once the Vata is outside in the environment, and then you are enter into your old age. Everybody has its own old age timing. Okay. When you enter into it, you get more problems. So they get arthritis. These specific season time, the pain of the body is aggravating. Might you have experienced if any in your family you have old people, and even you have any injuries in your past, like when you are young or when you are kid, that pain again come back, or surgery you went with the surgeries, that pain come back during this specific time, especially the vata time, because movements are affected, movements of the body and movements of the outside environment. More wind, it means wind is blowing outside, it gonna create more blockage in our body, especially the people who are into the old age. So whenever we get the treatment, we consider these aspects as well. I'll explain more about it. Now we have day and nights also. So day, early morning, early morning before sunrise. Before sunrise, like 2 hours before sunrise, we consider the kapha time. And you've seen the climate is so cold in nature. So early morning around 4 o'clock, you can. We don't have specific time for that, but we consider like somewhere is 4 hours, somewhere is 2 hours, depend according to the position of the sun in your country. So 4 hour in India, especially we consider 4 hour is the time of the kapha time. Kapha, this called kapha daytime. This is the best time to do the practice before sunrise. One has to practice what? Shat karma, cleansing your body. One should take the bath, one should brush the teeth, one should do all the cleaning of the body. Why? Because lots of mucus in the body is there, and everybody, whenever you wake up, you feel like these parts are blocked, you feel mucus here and you want to take it out. So we have cleansing practice to take it out. We have neti kriyas, we have dhoti kriyas, we have basti kriya, we have kapal bhati and other practices. Before sunrise one has to practice to clean internal. Okay, shat karma. You can Google it, these things. These are the part of the yoga, one another part of the yoga, which we do before asana. Shat karma, SHAT, shat karma, six cleansing practice, KARMA, shat karma. Okay. These practice should be learned under the guidance of the yoga teacher, not online, offline. Okay. Online we cannot teach you guys. It's required lots of precaution and observation also. So before sunrise one has to practice, because cough is secreted in your body more than the rest of the time. Now mid, after sun is rises, pitta time is started, but the peak of the pit is the noon time, when sun is on the top. That time considered to be a pitta time. And now evening time, when sun is about to set, that considered to be a vat. So this timing, vat, evening time, when sun is about to set, when sun is about to rise, is the kapha time, and after the sunrise, these considered to be a pitta time. Now come to the night, also divided to the these three zones. Kapha time, after sunset, the Kapha night start. After sunset, and you can ask, our night is started around 10, 11 o'clock or 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. No, it according to the position of the sun. Now you say, we don't have sun in our countries, then maybe the according to the light in the climate, and little bit temperature always go high and the drop. So according to that drop and high, we have to find out the kapha and the pitta time. It's not like fixed temperature going on. There's a little bit droppage, like you are living in extreme climate. So there's a little bit drop in the even temperature. Through that you can figure out. Okay. So when cold more coming to the environment, that means that is again time of the night. That's how you can figure out. So early night, after sunset, night is started. So that called early night. So if sun is set in your country around 6, it means after 6 there is a night time started here. And position of the sun keep changing, time is also changing, according to that night time also changing. So after 7, like in India, it's set like 6:30 right now. So 6 and 6:30. So our night is started after 6:30 or after 6. In winter, it changed. It started setting around 5 o'clock. So again, the time is changed. Okay. So that night called early night. So kapha time, cold again come back to the environment after sunset. Then midnight. Midnight is the time when you feel heat. Heat again come back to the environment after kapha. This happened. I experienced it. You can try during the night when you fall into the deep sleep. You feel the heat and you take it out your one hand, one leg. You know, take it out from your blanket, your quilt, and because you feel the heat, you sweat. It's because heat come back to the environment. It's mostly happen in midnight. So midnight is the time of the pitta night, and then late night around in India, late night considered to be like 12, 12 around 12 to 2 p.m., 2 to 3, around 2 to 3. This called the late night. Okay, this time, late night time and the evening time, if you observe, even during the winter, during the summer, or during the autumn is the peak season of the Vat, but this specific time is more considered to be a movement one, like mostly earthquake, cyclone, or tsunami. These things happen during this time. It's maybe late night, mostly late night or evening time, and especially the autumn time. These are the peak time of the Vat, when whole climate is have lots of movement. Okay, you can go through your research as well, do your own research. This is a task for you if you want to experience, like to experience that. Am I saying right? Majorly, exceptional is always there, but majorly this thing's gonna happen. So these things we consider. Now, if a person, how we gonna use in the treatment? If a person belong to the old age, and now specific time of these, if I'll share the chat again to you, let's see. See, so if person is in old age, okay, so late night, evening time, and during the autumn time, his condition is worsened. or even you are having any injury, any pain, this specific time zone, these time, you have more pain and more issues. Okay, especially towards the person who is having arthritis, osteoporosis, bone related issues, or somebody having the asthma, they get mostly asthmatic attack during this time, mostly attack. Okay, so these are the specific timing. If a child, if we take understand the child, so child, infant, this one, okay, a child have the issue, so like he's in the issue, so he's having the cold cough more aggravated during this time. He cough lot during the winter time and specific this time. Okay, and when teenager losing the temperament, these you're gonna figure out that during the summertime they are on the peak. They're gonna just, they want to just take the very big step because of losing the temperament. They run away from the home, or they just run away with somebody. The emotion on the peak. So especially during the acne gonna aggravate during these times. Any problems they have. Okay, so that's how we connect. And according to that, so when we give the treatment to the, we consider that which age they belong and what kind of their psychological aspect they are having, and we try to bring the change in their environment. Like a vata, those having the problems, we consider to heat environment. If we change their environment, they move towards the coastal area or where there is a heat in the environment, they do well. Even winter is also, they experience, because winter also increase the vata element as well. It if there is a dry winter, it increase the pain also. But autumn is first number, second is the winter number. Cold gonna aggravate the vata. Cold also aggravate the kapha. Cold also aggravate the vata. Clear? Cold is the common factor in both Vata and Kapha. So when Vata related diseases are there, like bones related issues, it's gonna aggravate it in the autumn as well and in the winter as well. But the changes is what? One is the topmost. Autumn is the one number season. Second is the winter. During the Pitta season, like during the summer season, they are okay. They feel okay. Okay, so we move them towards the summer season where mostly they can see the sun, and so we give the herbs and other treatment. It work effectively. It's quickly, work on them. So that's how we, calculate the chat. We calculate the things, and accordingly we give the session. So remember this chart, okay? Don't forget about it. Keep remember. It's a little bit complicated, but I've simplified you. Remember these things, and when we start giving the treatment, it gonna help you. Any doubt till here? Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Um, so you said like for kapha, it affects the infant and child in what way? Like, how does it affect it? Like, because you said for old age is for like arthritis and pain of body. Teen is more for an adult, it's for losing temperament. But you said
And
infant and child more for like getting sick. What do you mean? What is it?
When the people are entered into the teenage, they have, like, we all experience the acne issues, the oil issues, right? We have losing the temperament issues, angry, we quickly get the angry. Why? Because we enter into the pith age. Doesn't matter which personality you are, you have, maybe your way of expression is different. Some people not showing off their anger. They're not shouting at you, but they suppress it, right? There's a two way of showing the anger, and you feel, oh, he is very calm and cool, but actually they are having the anger issues. Mostly they have mostly hormones, they are changing, so they cannot understand the things. They become more sensitive, and mostly they do lots of things in their teenage age or adult age, or when they enter into the puberty. This considered to be a age of the pitta. And so pitta related problems like acne issue, heart burning sensation, blotting issue, indigestion, constipation, overthinking, and sometimes losing the emotion, becoming sensitive. These are the pitta issue. Stones in the kidney, bladder, these considered to be a losing the appetite or getting more developing more hunger. These both are the pitta problems. So
No, sorry.
yeah,
What about the kapha problems?
we come to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just giving you one, two example, but in
Okay.
detail, we got talking about when you understand this thing. Coming session, we're gonna talk about all the problems when we're dealing with the personality. There's the 7 types of the personality, and then we talked about detail the problems. Okay.
So like in summary, the infant and child, it's more about getting sick during winter time. Is that what you said?
What you asking?
For the infant and the child, you said it's about getting sick in the winter time. They're more susceptible to getting flu. Is that it?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm saying, see, understand. They are more prone. It's like suitable condition we are providing to the certain kind of disease. That's I'm talking about. It doesn't mean winter doesn't affect the pitta age. We also experience the cold, or vat, old people, they also experience. But mostly affected on the children. Children more prone towards it. That's you have to understand.
Okay, so like if other ages in other seasons, it's not really like it doesn't have that much of a correlation.
Yeah,
Like for
they're gonna
example, like
have the
an
problem. They're gonna have the problems. We also get the cold, flu, and fever, right? We also get it. But comparison, ratio is mostly is the children would be the most highest ratio. And same, children never get angry much than comparison to the pitta time. They don't get the acne issue. Though they have these exceptional cases always there. The children get the skin related issues also, but again, I'm saying because they enter into the specific age, the ratio would be the high. Okay, everybody good affected by everything, but when you enter into the specific age time, the problems become more aggravated. And when you control, you do practice of Ayurveda and yoga, you can even don't have that issues. That can also be possible, right? But these ages and these seasons gonna impact you if you're not practicing the Ayurveda and yoga and dhyana and Shatkarma Kriya. These are practiced to even outside environments stop affecting you. That's why we have to practice. But right now it's affecting us. And during the summer we get the heat, but the teenage pitta, when they enter into the pit age, they are more prone towards these issues, these problems. That's what I'm saying.
okay. Is there like a scientific study that backs up this information?
Uh, See, Ayurveda, we talked about is 15,000 years old practice. And if you're looking for the proof, today, modern science, I don't think so. They are doing the research on these aspects, but you require your common sense. Just apply your common sense. Okay, you can just get all the things like how I start applying my common sense. You don't require that somebody telling you. It's like you require the connection to yourself, your body itself giving you the examples and the proof to you. What happened to you? You scientists, even somebody is gonna do the research over on the subject. They're just giving you their experience, how you get it. Ayurveda, very first class, I think you missed it. I said the Ayurveda and the yoga is all basically related to the experience. That's why I'm saying experience. Just experience the surrounding and see the impact of the surrounding on you or not. When there is a outside is heat, you feel the heat, yes or no. You feel you liking the heat or you are hating the heat. You don't require the somebody else to poke these things. And these research, Ayurveda is basically based on your own experience. So I observe it. It's my personal observation, and that's why 100% I can rely on that. And I'm giving you reference from the Stanga Hirdem book, which is 2500 years, approximately 3000 years old practice, which explained by Swami Vagbharji. I'm taking the reference of that book. But I'm not only just saying because they have written down, I experienced myself, I did the research over that, and I assure you, this is the proof. You can get your own result even. Just experience it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. So let's end the session with the one time Om and Shanti. And tomorrow we're gonna talk about the other factors, how the diseases are composed. But keep remember this notes in your mind, okay? It's gonna help you out. So keep your back neck straight, align. Gently close your eyes. Go into your asana. And observe the alignment. How's your back, your neck, your shoulder? Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Now, inhale for the Om. Take a deep breath. Om. Shanti. 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 Feel the vibration, feel the sensation. Join your both palm, grab your palm, place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes, both hands. Say Om Shanti. Om Shanti, guys. Bless you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.